Assalamualaikum ladies and gentlemen. Please see the video. Dawat barakatuh Malia.
Why? Because they use the objects like objects. Even today, black magicians use such objects to carry out dark rituals. Some are even used for death spells. Negative forces are drawn. And once these objects are used, they don't just sit quietly, they bring real harm. They affect homes, destroy peace, and in some cases lead to tragedy and loss. Some people keep images or figures of certain animals, especially pure or dark ones, for protection. But should we really keep these in our homes? It's important to understand this deeply. This isn't a new issue. Let me share a personal story. There was a woman who knew, very simple, highly respected in her community. Later, I discovered she was making dolls, just like the ones we're discussing. She used black fabric to sew them, but what stood out was her strange request for lots of sewing needles. She would recite something over the needles and then stick them all over the doll. After that, she would coat the doll with a mixture of flour and black dye, layer after layer, until it was fully sealed. Then she buried it. Why? Because scholars of Hadith and Islamic law have explained they bring harm. They carry negative energy. They open the door to illness, hardship, and spiritual unrest. Once, a man came to my spiritual guide. He said stones kept falling in one direction of his house. My teacher asked him some questions. Is there anyone in your house who doesn't pray? Are there any pictures or images hanging up? The spiritual guide told him, think carefully. These questions matter. Still, the man insisted none of that applies to his home. He came asking for a spiritual solution, for a prayer of protection. But my teacher simply asked him to speak honestly as a true believer does. And after that, the stone throwing stopped, just like that. There was a wise elder once asked to visit homes for prayer. After several visits, he said, wherever I go, I see paths that jinn used to travel. I can see their presence. Ever since attached bathrooms became common, it's been more challenging. But you can protect yourself. Before entering the bathroom, always recite this prayer. Bismillah, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubthi wal-khaba'ith. Don't go into the bathroom without covering your head. Try to maintain spiritual hygiene. Also call the azan, Islamic call to prayer, in your home day, even in the low voice. Just 7 times a day, that alone can drive out dark energy, magic, and harmful spirits. Make this part of your routine. And if you have one of these dolls at home, get rid of them. They may seem innocent, lifeless, but they hold spiritual weight. Like this, if you place the head of a real lion here, even if it's no longer alive, it will still feel intense. That's the power of form and presence. These objects carry that same energy. Protect your families from them. Because if we don't protect ourselves, no one else can. Protect yourselves from what? From harm, from disasters, from spiritual attacks and emotional damage. I've given you 5 powerful names of Allah on the side. If you say this once or 3 times before trouble hits, by Allah's will, you will be protected. That's what Khalid bin Walid and his companions did. They stood firm in Allah's path. The idol broke, the dark spirits screamed and vanished. These names carry divine strength. إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. You alone we worship, you alone we ask for help. This phrase alone is full of spiritual power. So say these names regularly in your homes, your shops, your businesses, your life.
Thank you
By Allah's
watching.
mercy,